Gentlemen, in this video we're going to be taking on the British GP, but every lap a new mod is added. This one was requested by George Russell himself. Will we survive to the end of the race? You'll have to stick around because it's going to be absolute chaos. We're going to be starting from the back of the grid because qualifying didn't exactly go as expected. Alright, here we are then on the grid, ready to make a name for ourselves, and this cameraman knows exactly what's about to go down. The first mod has been added to the game, and that is Toto has signed everyone to Mercedes, but we got 5 red lights and away we go for the British GP. Toto Wolff must have forgot that there is a budget cap, but we've made a few places off of the line already. Antonelli up next, making a move on the Mercedes. We've got 2 Mercedes in front of us and looking to make a move around the outside of the Mercedes, and our teammate is also just in front of us, putting on a defense here. Of course, it's Ocon defending his teammate so hard. Going side by side with one of the silver arrows and a Mercedes just in front of us. We're looking to make a move on Ocon here, and Colapinto making a move on Stroll. Not even a Mercedes can save Stroll from his destiny at the back of the grid. The Aston Martin drivers are not used to going that fast in F126, but we're making the move on our teammate of Colapinto. And that is us up into P13 already. There's 2 cars battling up ahead of us. I think it could be the Mercedes. I think Bono's going to have his hands full with this many people talking to him over the radio, but potentially looking at a move here on Albon, who's also attacking Lawson. Looks like they are harvesting their energy as we almost crash into the back of Lawson, and we squeeze Albon to the outside in the process. Now that everyone is driving a Mercedes, I don't want to hear any excuses about not winning races from any of these drivers. But so far, a successful lap 1 as we cross over to start the next lap where infinite straight mode has been enabled. Also, as you may have noticed, the car has been reverted back to an Audi. We are driving as Nico Hulkenberg after all. Hopefully we can score another podium like last year. Hopefully they give me a trophy made of something I can't disassemble this time. Or at least hopefully we can get to the end of the race. Anyways, you'll see in the bottom right corner I can use the straight line mode whenever I want, with the exception that whenever I hit the brakes, of course, it will be disabled. And you can see the AI is trying to use it through a corner there as Lawson's sliding all over the place, and that's going to give us P11 as we continue to work our way up the grid. Now the question is, can we use straight mode through cops? I have enabled it just as I hit the apex and understeered completely off the track. What about Maggots and Becker? So I'm going to try and hold straight mode as long as possible before I have to eventually dab the brake for the final corner in the S's. And you know what? With how energy starved this Grand Prix was, they should have just let these drivers use straight mode whenever they want. What about Stoke corner? Can we put straight mode on halfway through it? I just understeered completely off the track. That's what they call doing a George Russell. Anyways, Verstappen will be hoping for more than P10 from this Grand Prix. And you can see the AI are using straight mode pretty much everywhere. They're going through a chicane right now, and they've still got straight mode open. Anyways, we're all over the back of Verstappen now. I think Lando Norris continues to lead the way as 200% power has been enabled. Essentially, everyone's pretty much just driving Mercedes again as I understeer through turn 1 and almost lose the car completely. I was not expecting to run so wide given how much power we have, and I've almost lost the car again, and I'm struggling a bit here. Colapinto is coming after me like the IRS. Verstappen and Sainz battling it out through Luffield. Leclerc battling with someone as well. This was so much easier to commentate when everyone was just driving a Mercedes. And Sainz is going pretty slow here. He might have an issue driving the Williams there as we look to make our way up into the points now in P10. I'm definitely not as fast as the AI on this lap, so I'm hoping we can get something better for the next lap when we change mods. But look at that, hey, reaching 361 kilometers per hour. Lando Norris still in the lead as Lewis Hamilton now sets the fastest lap of the race. And what are we going to get for lap 4? Oh no, it's extreme rake. And I've already been overtaken by Colapinto. This is the weirdest thing to drive. I'm kind of trying not to flip the car over as Lance Stroll is out of the session. Who would have thought? That's got to be the longest lockup I've ever seen. I'm not sure what use straight line mode is when you're driving this abomination. Heading 2 cops. Oh my god, what is the car doing on that curb? I've never seen the car behave in that way. Oh, here we go. Colapinto is going slow. We have an opportunity to get 10th place back, and that is us back into the points. I guess this is what Adrian Newey sees in his nightmares. We're actually catching Verstappen here, but at the same time, Colapinto is catching us as well. Also important to note that we are getting a bit of tire wear now, so we might have to make a pit stop soon, depending on what we get for this next lap as we head on to lap 5, and we have got extreme damage. Now, this is totally dependent on the AI or my own driving, whether we see something come of the extreme damage. And as this is somewhat of a normal lap, unless we crash, we can hopefully catch Verstappen here. Not only that, we've also got overtake mode. Unfortunately, we've got no battery to use that. And it looks like we've got yellow flags. What is that for? Oh, there's been a crash. And it's the 2 British drivers leading the race that have taken each other out. Got to make sure we don't run wide and crash into the stranded car of Norris and Hamilton, as they might need a safety car to clean up that mess, as it's right in the middle of the track. Oh, it's more than a safety car. The race has been red flagged. What does Verstappen do? Alright, free change of tyres. And we're getting ready to go racing again on lap 7 with extreme tyre wear this time. And it's 5 red lights and away we go for the second half of the British GP. Honestly, not a great start, but I'm just going to blame that on the fact that I'm driving an Audi, which doesn't get great starts, similar to the Red Bull. We've got a massive turbo, but fortunately for us, we're still in the top 10, and our rear tires have already started to wear, up to 13% already. The sad thing is, these are a brand new set of tires as well. We just changed them in the red flag, but it's going to be interesting to see what the AI do with the pit strategy, whether they'll come in at the end of this lap, or if they're going to try and make it to the end of the Grand Prix, because this tire wear will carry over for the rest of the race. We do make a move on Colapinto coming out of Cop's corner, and we've got Maggots of Baggots, which is going to absolutely destroy these tires. I'm just hoping I can make it to the end of the lap without getting a puncture, as we're over 50, now 60% tire wear on the rear left tire, and it looks like Russell is harvesting energy so we can make another move and get 7th position going into Stowe. And that is destroying our front left now, and Russell gets us straight back because we just understeered because of all the tire wear on our front left. That tire is more orange than my kitchen sponge, as we have to come into the pits now. There's no way I'm doing another lap on 80% worn tires, and that means the mod will change as we cross the line in the pit lane. And the car has been shrunk down to 100 kilos, and I don't know if this is going to be a disadvantage for us, as all the cars out on track are going to be benefiting from a faster car now, and we're stuck in the pit lane. Whereas if next mod slows the cars down, then they effectively get a cheaper pit stop, like a virtual safety car, when they come into the pits. Anyways, we put on a fresh set of tires. Now let's see what this car handles like as we come out of the pit lane, and the acceleration is absolutely insane. We're already up to 8th gear, and the car stops on like a dime. I'm struggling to comprehend how to drive this thing. The force feedback is non-existent. You know what? We're actually going faster than the AI. The AI don't know what to do with all this extra pace, and look at that, we're just pace mogging them. Yep, so this is what a car feels like when you put it on a Zempic. More of the AI have decided to pit on this lap, as one of the Alpines, I think, is leading the race. Just look at how good this car handles. We have also set a purple sector too. Let's see how quickly we can navigate through the chicane, as I brake a bit too much there. To be honest, I don't need the brakes at all. And we're going to head on to lap 9 now. What do we get? You know what? I don't mind that at all. We're going to have a V8 engine for the rest of this lap. Yeah, I thought I better shut up there for a few seconds to let you guys enjoy that. As we've still got the battery components, we will enjoy a little bit more power for this lap as well. It is crazy to think that it's been over a decade since we've last heard these in the real F1. Just keeping my eye on the minimap to see if any of the AI pit on this lap, and it looks like the leaders are coming in. Are they double stacking? But if you're wondering, this is what F1 used to be like before the FIA ruined it. Literally all the blue dots decided to pit at the same time, and I don't know who is who. But we're crossing the line now for lap 10, and the front and rear wings have been removed from all the cars as we head into, I was gonna say head into turn 1, but I've gone too far. I'm not the only one that got caught out, as George Russell enters the gravel trap again, and Leclerc escapes getting roasted just this once. Hey guys, welcome back to the British GP as I drift into turn 1. In before the comments start saying it's the 2014 Ferrari. Oscar Piastri is out of the race, yellow flags, and I've somehow got oversteer and understeer at the same time. Make of that what you will. Is that Lance Stroll? No, it's Alonso, sorry, force of habit. And that is a Red Bull heading into the wall, and a lot of other cars plowing into the wall as well, and that is what happens when you don't drink your Red Bull. You don't get any wings. This is the Lego car race happening all over again. I wonder if Matt Armstrong would be interested in repairing an F1 car. Gabriel Bortoletto has been disqualified, as I can't even keep it on the track. I'm gonna... Oh my god, I don't know what is going on. I can't steer straight. Sainz, what are you doing? Carlos Sainz, you will be missed. Colapinto is out as well, as we can't even go through this flat out corner. I am so terrified of using straight line mode. It's hard enough as it is without it. Pierre Gasly out of the race. The AI are just not doing it. Yeah, Cops is just not it. Although I am used to seeing a Red Bull in that wall. Albon has become Alb off the track. Yeah, this is pretty much the Hunger Games at this point. We've got 6 people left in this race, as we've got another victim. Lindblad is in the wall. And Albon is out of the race. I had high hopes for him as well. Anyways, we're going to cross the line to start lap 11, and I've used my resurrection powers to bring everyone back. And we have moved our way up to P4 with a bunch of people pitting, as Leclerc and Russell is ahead of us, and ERS has been disabled for this lap, so no overtake mode available to us. Well, not just overtake mode, but no battery is available to us at all. Interesting to note that everyone is on the soft tires. I think we've screwed up the strategy here. Yeah, Leclerc and Russell are starting to gap us, but luckily we still have a few more laps, and hopefully the next mod swings in our favor. POV, this is the 2026 British GP. Now going through the charging station known as Maggots and Beckett's. Somebody was sitting there for half an hour charging their Tesla and decided, you know what, let's put this in F1. Hey guys, welcome back to the British GP. I guess you could say we've completed this lap free of charge. Coming across the line now, ready to start lap 12, and we've gotten 50% grip. That's just fantastic. Exactly what Ocon has made a pit stop, and that's promoted us up into the podium positions as... yeah, there is such little grip, and I'm just fighting the rear of this car. The podium is within reach, but Gasly is catching us at a rate of knots. Yeah, this is very hard to drive. I wouldn't go as far to say as hard as an Aston Martin, but it is very hard to drive. Soft tires would have been very useful right now, and Gasly's right on our gearbox. Oh, he's gonna make the move up the inside of Cops, and there's not much I can do to defend this one. He's done me. Trying my absolute best to keep up with Gasly with the hope that I can overtake him on the next lap. But even Bottas now is less than a second behind us, and Alonso is going side by side, battling it out with Bottas. It's the battle of the back markers. I shouldn't say that because they are hunting me down. Okay, we finally made it to the end of this lap. What are we gonna get for the final lap of the race? And it's extreme dirty air as Alonso gets a run on us already into turn 1, and I just understeer completely because we were right behind Alonso, and I'm understeering again into turn 2, and I don't want to let Bottas through, otherwise we'll have even more dirty air to contest with. Yeah, this is going to be very hard to get any closer to Alonso, and I can feel our podium chances slipping away. Not only is the dirty air stronger, but the slipstream is also a lot stronger because of the size of the hole that they punch through the air. So on the straights, you'll close in on the car in front a lot faster. Going through Cops now one last time for this race. The AI struggling with dirty air as well as Bottas runs wide, smashes into Verstappen's front wing, and Alonso's going very slow. He's harvesting energy, and I'm going to employ the Stroll driving technique where I go full lock side to side to try and get the car turned, because that's the only way he could drive the Aston Martin. And look at the AI getting affected by the dirty air through Maggots and Beckett's. Whenever they cross the rear wing of Max Verstappen, they run wide. The Williams almost going off the track completely as Alonso is a sitting duck. We have no battery, but it's enough to get past Alonso, and Gasly's just in front of us. Could we potentially snatch the podium away in the final sector of the race? We will have slipstream to our advantage, but unfortunately it's only corners left in this race, and I'm sliding all over the place to try and get onto the back of Gasly. Charles Leclerc has won this race, and we're going to come across the line in P4, just short of the podium. And look at that, Bortoletto running wide, affected by the dirty air. The other cars are going side by side right at the end of this race. Ocon trying to make the move on the Williams up the inside of the final corner, and he gets a massive dose of understeer. We also get driver of the day as Nico Hulkenberg. That was the British GP, but the mods change every lap. If you enjoyed this video, it is mandatory to hit the like and subscribe button, and also let me know what you want to see next in the comment section below, and I'll see you all in a brand new one.